Okay. Trapezoids. They are a quadrilateral with one pair of sides parallel. So look up real quick. Can y'all add the little arrow on top so that we know, hey, those sides are parallel. The other special thing about trapezoids is that whatever they have, not all the time, but they have 4 different angles. Here's one. Here's another. There's another, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. They have 4 different angles. So you're not going to necessarily have the same numbers in trapezoids, but what's special about them is these 2 angles are supplementary. What does that mean? These 2 angles equal 180. And also, these 2 angles equal 180. So your angles in between your parallel lines equal 180. Does anybody know why? Not a triangle. Yeah, y'all remember in October and September when we learned about this? Y'all remember transversals? And y'all remember when we had this and this? Do y'all remember what those were called? Same side interior angles. Remember, those are supplementary. These, if I were to extend this line, are same side interior angles. And so are these. So that's why they're supplementary. All right? So let's look at number 1. How do I find angle K? What do I know about K and J? They equal 180 degrees. So you are right, going to subtract from 83. What is 180 minus 83? 97 degrees is my answer for K. I want you to find L. Go. How do I find angle L? What did you do? Same thing. L and M, they equal 180. What is 180 minus 67? 113 degrees. And that's how you do trapezoids. Okay? That's the basic property of trapezoids. Can you close your notes? There are some special trapezoids. We like these. These are the easier ones. The first one is isosceles. Whenever we have triangles, what does isosceles mean for a triangle? 2 sides are the same. That's the same thing for isosceles trapezoids. These sides are parallel. Remember that little arrow means they're parallel. They will never touch if you keep going. But for an isosceles, these sides are the same. So a trapezoid that has 2 congruent legs. So if this side is 10, what's this side? 10. Because of that, an isosceles trapezoid is actually, if I were to draw a line down the middle, it's symmetrical. Y'all remember when we talked about lines of symmetry? If we fold it. So whatever happens right here, what's going to happen right here?
It's on the top of it.
No.
Oh.
It's going to happen. They'll be the same because if I fold it, they'll be the same. Yep. And whatever happens up here is also the same. So 2 pairs of base angles that are congruent. It still applies right here. These right here still add up to 180. My angles still add up to 180. The other thing is that because they are the same on both sides, diagonals are also congruent. So whatever my diagonal is, they'll be the same.
Wouldn't that be the same as the two pairs of base angles?
That's talking about the angles right here.
Oh, so then what is
This one right here is if I draw this diagonal and I draw this diagonal, they're the same length. Yep. But it's not bisected. It's not going to be the same on both sides. It's just the whole thing is the same. Okay. So let's open up our notes here. Find the measure below indicating if this is an isosceles trapezoid. So if this right here is 6, what do you know? 6 on the other side. VS is 6. Write that down in that blank. And if S is 52, what do I know? H is also 52 because they're the same. I can fold it and they'll be the same. How do I find J and V?
You add them or subtract them?
Not quite.
Well, you just subtract them from 180.
What do we know about J and H? They equal 180. So what can I do to find it? Minus 52. Just like we did right here. Same concept. It's still a trapezoid. I can still do that. And what is 180 minus 52? 128. So J is 128. What is V then? 128. We like isosceles trapezoids. All right, last one we got to do, close your notes, is a right trapezoid. Guess what a right trapezoid has? A right angle. Now, what do you know about these two angles? They're equal 180, so if one of them is 90, what does the other one have to be? If you have a right trapezoid, let's draw the little arrows up top. If you have a right trapezoid, one side is going to be 90. Only one side. Can't be the other, because then it won't be, then it will be a trapezoid. What do you know about these angles right here still? They still have to equal 180 degrees. So a trapezoid that has two right angles is a right trapezoid. All right, open up. It says this is a right trapezoid. What do I automatically know? There's two right angles. Where's the other right angle going to be? L. Can everybody add in here? I don't know why it doesn't have it. The measure of angle L is 90 degrees. Add that in. How do I find N? What do I know about K and N? They equal 180. So again, what am I going to do? Subtract. What is 180 minus 27? Yeah, oops. That would be finishing it off. Something I didn't mention that I do want to mention is whatever is parallel, like this side and this side, I just want you to know, those are called the bases. So the top and the bottom are called the bases, and the sides are called the legs. So this is a base, I should write base, and this is a base. And then the two sides we call legs. So if you ever hear me talk about the bases, that's what I mean. All right, let's go over to example 4. Are we okay? Can I move on? Example 4 says 3 vertices of a polygon J, G, L, M are graphed. I want you to graph M. So this is kind of like your last test question. Y'all remember that? But this time, instead of making a parallelogram like you did on the test, I want you to make an isosceles trapezoid. What are you going to do to make an isosceles trapezoid? Two sides that are going to be the same. So what do I have to do to figure out where the M goes?
Rise over run. Yeah.
Rise over run. Let's see. And I'm going to do it from G. G goes down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it goes left 1, 2, 3, 4. How do I figure out where M goes? Do the same from where?
L.
From L. Down 8. And then what am I going to do?
To the left.
Left 4 will bring me right here.
So it'll be on the right.
Go right 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go. You do the opposite direction. So do you see how that creates that same slope but the other way?
So you still go up and down the same direction, but you go left and right.
Correct. And that's at the point 13, 0, which is D. What if it had asked me to make a right trapezoid? What would you have done to make a right trapezoid? To make it 90 degrees? You would just go straight down. If it said you can go straight down, and that would make a right trapezoid. All right? All right, last thing we're going to talk about is a mid-segment. A mid-segment is the mid-segment of a trapezoid connects the midpoint of the legs. Please write that down. This is halfway of the trapezoid, and this is halfway, and they connect. The mid-segment is parallel to your bases. So all of them are parallel. And we use this formula. Add your bases together and divide by 2. Thank you, Alexa. Add your bases together, hey Hayden, and divide by 2. So, for this one, I have RA is 12 and TP is 25. How do I find the mid-segment? What's your first base? The top, which is 12. Plus, what's your bottom? 25. And then divide by 2. And just put that in your calculator. What is, and do the divided by symbol first so you can do that. 12 plus 25 divided by 2 is 18.5. That is my mid-segment. Take your base 1, your base 2, add them together, and divide by 2. I want you to do example 6. Go. RA is 20. TP is 84. What do you do? Add your bases together and then divide by 2. What's your first base? Anybody?
Oh, it's
20 plus my other base.
84.
And then divide it by 2. What is that going to give me? 52? Okay. 52 is correct. So 52 is my answer. Now, I need you to look, everybody look up at the last one. What is different about the last one? It gives you the middle. It gives you the top. It wants you to find the bottom. If I give you the middle, look up, how much does it take to get to the middle? How do you go from 4 to 18? How much? Do you agree I add 14? So what am I going to do to get to the bottom? You will add 14 again. What is 18 plus 14? And that is the answer. If I give you the middle, you don't need to use the formula. You can just do a little step and see how much does it take for me to get to one to the other, and then do it again. So maybe draw an arrow so you know how you did that one when you're doing this on Thursday, because you've forgotten everything. Alright, we are going to glue these notes on page 55. These are our last notes of the week. So 55 is trapezoids. Glue these down, please, and I'm going to bring you glue and the worksheet. Whoa. Alright, y'all have about 16 minutes. You can probably finish this and turn it in. It is super quick. Yes. No, I did that whole one with you. I want you to keep that for your, yes, keep that to use on your assessment whenever you're looking for help. This one you are going to do and turn in. All right, don't forget right here, like, what are you going to do for number 1? What do you know about S and R? And that's what you're going to do. Just, like, half of the front, you're just subtracting from 180. All right, so do that and then turn in. You'll have about 15 minutes.